What's up, guys? This is Bolt Action.
And I'm Lawrence.
This is Game Plan Gaming, bringing you some Torchlight 2 footage this time. The Torchlight 2 beta, actually, and it's a really nice game. How familiar are you with Torchlight, Lawrence?
Well, the little I know about Torchlight 2 is basically from what you've told me about it, I'd say. But from what I've heard, it's an RPG somewhat similar to Diablo, according to some. Others say it's a little better than Diablo, but from what I gather, it's your run-of-the-mill MMORPG. So what can you tell me about Torchlight 2 that sets it apart from the typical RPGs out there?
Okay, first things first, it's better. It's actually from the makers of Diablo 2. Well, most of the makers of Diablo 2. They started on Torchlight 1 and went into Torchlight 2. That's because there's so much of a gap between Diablo 2 and 3, just like Duke Nukem. But this game is phenomenal. It's not really story-based like Diablo is. I mean, Diablo has a huge story in it. There's like a whole series of books and stuff on it. The books are actually quite good. I've read like one or two. I don't really like to read, but I hate reading. It's so boring. I usually end up falling asleep, but I'm going to try and stay on topic so we don't have a repeat of last week's video.
Yeah, Beyblades.
Yeah, Beyblades. That was so awesome. Beyblades are so awesome. Anyways, back to the game. So the gameplay isn't story oriented. It's it has a story. It's a pretty straightforward story though. There's nothing special about it. There's no like plot twists. Well, I'm not sure if there's plot twists actually. I haven't played the game. Torchlight 2 beta is actually my first experience with Torchlight 2 and Torchlight 2 gameplay and all that stuff. But my friend told me about it. It was the same makers of Diablo 2, so I was all over that because I knew Diablo 3 wasn't going to be very successful. I mean, Diablo 3 is a good game. I mean, the story's good, even though there's some holes in the story, in the gameplay anyways. But the gameplay of Diablo 3 was kind of slow and choppy. It wasn't as smooth and awesome as Torchlight 2. It's a nice title right there. Sorry, I'm looking at the gameplay right here. The gameplay of this game is amazing. The gameplay in the background you see right now is the beginning of me playing a Berserker class, which is a fast dual-wielding class that's I can't remember what the skills are for. I think the skills are just like basic Fury Warrior WoW stuff and maybe some rogue stuff in there. It just smacks things around really fast, more oriented on attack speed and stuff. I really found the gameplay on this character really enjoyable. I also played the Outlander, which is like a hunter with a gun and stuff like that. So right now I just run around smacking things in the face, testing out the gameplay. When guys are actually close to you and you hit a fairly decent high damage attack, they'll actually explode into little giblets. So they just fly everywhere. I mean, same with the guns. If you're using a shotgun and there's like 3 guys that are really close to you and like 2 guys that are distance away, the 3 guys in front of you will explode into pieces, and like the camera will actually shake a little bit when that happens. The gameplay is a lot meatier and a lot smoother than Diablo's. I mean, people are gonna hate me because I'm gonna compare it to Diablo, but I mean, what else am I supposed to compare it to? That's the only other game I've played. But the gameplay is the entire game. Like, the progression system is much better than Diablo's because this game is a lot more diverse when it comes to the gear and the actual routes that you can take your character. I mean, there's 4 classes in it, I think. 4. Wait, hold on a second. There's Ember Mage, there's Engineer, there's Outlander, and there's Berserkers. 4. Yes, that's 4. That's right. That's right, Lawrence. There's 4.
Yeah, I think so.
I can't dwell on my counting because I'm retarded. But hold on a second here. Sorry, I'm dying. The classes. Where was I going here? I completely forgot.
You're talking about the 4 classes and the gameplay and all that jazz.
Okay, talking about the progression of the game. Since Diablo 3 doesn't actually have stats in it, you can't alter your stats like every level. You have to get gear to make your character have the stats. In this, you can put stats in whatever the heck you want. So you can be like a mage that uses big two-handers, I think. I think you can do that. I mean, Diablo 2, there used to be like battle mages and stuff like that, where you had like giant axes and like full armor and everything.
Yeah, because you had the ability to just customize the stats, so you could have your mage with just enough mana to, you know, have some auras or something like that, and then you could just go in with a fucking massive sword and have a bunch of points in like attack and strength and toughness and stuff. But,
yeah, but I mean, there was the set classes that you had, and then there was like 3 or 4 different routes you could go. Well, there's 3 different trees you can go into, and that's the same with Torchlight 2. You can go into those trees and do whatever the heck you want, and then you could like put in your stats and have a character based on whatever the heck you want. I mean, in World of Warcraft and stuff like that, I played a few private servers where I played a rogue, but you could have all your stuff enchanted with magic damage, which doesn't seem to make any sense. I mean, think about it. Magic damage? Rogue? I mean,
yeah,
it's all melee. But if you think about it, rogues have poisons, and poison is magic damage. So what you do is you enchant all your gear with poison damage, or magic damage, and that would affect your poisons. So you'd literally hit some guy once, and he'll sit there getting the crap beaten out of him just by a poison.
Wow. So basically, what I'm getting from this is that largely because Torchlight 2 is from the makers of Diablo 2, it has a lot of similar game mechanics as far as the trees and the stat customization and the classes and stuff. Is that like what you've observed?
I would go as far as to say this is Diablo 2 with less classes, better progression, and a graphics update. Because, I mean, that's what I feel it. I mean, like, the gameplay is much better than Diablo 2's, obviously. It's much better than Diablo 3's as well. Because it's fast. You have feedback behind your hits. Stuff is in an arc. I mean, in Diablo 3, there's arcs and stuff, like, depending on the size of the weapon you're using. This is actually better than that. This is much more feedback. It's a lot faster. It's a lot more realistic, I suppose. When you're using a shotgun, your character shoots the shotgun and then gets launched back a bit and then reloads. When you're using a cannon, because you can literally use a cannon, run around holding a cannon, it's really slow, and it makes sense because it's slow, but there's like a giant like explosion around everything. I mean, there's giblets everywhere when you shoot. It's awesome. You can literally blow apart bosses.
Damn.
It's awesome. I mean, the bosses don't turn into giblets. They should probably add that in, actually. That would be awesome. But, like, the gameplay is the only thing that's keeping me playing this game. And, like, the gameplay with Diablo 3 is... I played from 1 to 25, I believe, when I first got the game. Like, in one full streak, which was, like, 9 hours?
Yeah.
Like 9 hours
probably
straight?
9 to 12 hours, somewhere around there.
I freaking Diablo'd out. Like, it was awesome. I woke up the next morning. Oh, wait, never mind. I didn't wake up the next morning.
The next afternoon.
It was more like the next night, to be honest. I woke up around, like, 8.
Wow.
But I've got, like, 4 or 5 minutes to go in this commentary. I should probably summarize. That'd be nice.
Well,
so,
I have a few questions about it. So,
go ahead. That's a good idea.
So now, what I'm getting from this is that, well, a lot of RPGs try to draw people in through the story aspect of it and, like, interweaving some mediocre or even slightly better than mediocre gameplay with the story. You're saying that Torchlight 2 kind of takes a different angle and really just makes it all about the gameplay with a kind of a superficial, just regular story, where the story is not the main attraction.
Well, with Diablo 3, the story is straightforward. It's always going to be the same every single time you go through it. It's going to be funny to say this, but Black Ops 2 is going to have a more, like, innovative story than Diablo. Do you believe that? Do you believe that at all?
That's pretty shocking, I have to say.
Black Ops 2 is going to have decisions in it. Like, you can choose things. I mean, if they mixed Fable, like a Fable-styled thing where you make a crap load of decisions, and this type of game, or hell, you keep the third-person shooter type aspect of that, and you have a progression game where you like have tons of items and stuff like that. I mean, Fable didn't have that many items, to be honest, but it's a lot better that way because people enjoy it for the gameplay. They go for the meta game. They don't go for the story. I mean, I'll play Diablo 3. I'll finish it probably sometime soon. I mean, I haven't touched the game since I played. I'm like level 30 now on my Demon Hunter. It's when you get to a certain point in the game, it kind of loses its touch. It may just be me because everyone I've talked to, mostly the guys who play it 24/7, love the game and they love the progression of it. But I don't know. Those are the guys who haven't played Torchlight 2. Any more questions?
Well, I don't know. I think you've convinced me to buy Torchlight 2 though. So.
Oh, here's another thing. Torchlight 2 is $20. $20.
Diablo 3, $60.
$60 for a game that's gonna get old fast.
Yep.
Well, in my opinion, it's gonna get old fast. Also, one more thing before I summarize, because I have to summarize fast. There's a little bar thingy at the bottom of the screen that gets filled up as you kill things and as you hit things. They're different for each class. I mean, the Berserker just makes you have increased attack speed and movement speed and stuff like that, and probably increased damage or something like that. By the way, this gameplay, it's all boss gameplay because like I fought 3 or 4 bosses from 1 to 12. That's way more than Diablo 3. But to summarize, Torchlight 2 better than Diablo 3. Torchlight 2 is better than Diablo 3.
Also $20 compared to $60.
It's also $20 because I mean, 3/4 of the game, 3/4 of Diablo 3 is the meta game. It's the stuff after the story where you're just constantly farming for gear and playing with your friends and stuff like that. It's after the fact. Where this game is made for that. It's made for the meta game. It's made for you to play past the story and still get entertainment out of it. But so we're actually coming to an end here. As you can see in the background, I'm talking to the audience in the text thingy. But we do have our Steam groups, a Steam group, just one, which is Game Plan Gaming, your Steam community, your Steam.community / who cares? Go Google that.
/Game Plan Gaming, I think.
Yes. Google Game Plan Gaming Steam group. You'll find it. You can probably just find it through our Steams.
Or we could even link you to it if we're feeling super generous today. We'll see.
Yes, and we also have our Twitter. Yeah. But we gotta end it. We're running out of time here. I've been Bolt Action.
And I have been Lawrence most of the time.
Most of the time?
Most of the time.
What are you, like Susan?
No, I'm not transgender. That's a little too far, but I don't know. Anyways, nice talking to you guys. Go buy Torchlight 2. You won't regret it. Alright.
See you guys later. Peace.
Bye-bye.